welcome to this video with regards to the Datalinx Warehouse Manager for X3. In this particular video we're going to look at some of the stock management options on the handheld. So stock management, again on the handheld here, what we can do is select the stock management option, and this brings up the sub menus. And there's two things I'm going to go through on this video. I'm going to carry out a status change. Those of you that have been watching the videos on the receipts, I will carry out the status change using the product details from there, some that we booked in just a short while ago. And then I'm going to look at some location transfers. Intersite transfers and location transfers are very similar, the main difference being that we have further questions and source details and destination details when you're working with intersite transfers. Let's start with location transfers. Location transfers, the first thing, again, it drops you up the reason why you're doing this move, dropping down from a menu on the touchscreen handheld, carry out a stock move. And we confirm that on the handheld. It's now asking me to scan the product. Now, as I said, I'm going to use some of the details, bring in some of the products earlier. We had a tracking number, so I'm going to use the tracking number to bring this up. Okay, so what's happened here is that the system said, okay, fine, you're going to move that product, but when you brought it in, it was at a queue status. If we just look at the screen behind here, this product that I've just tried booking in is actually under tracking number 188. Here you can see it's a status queue. So the handheld say, yeah, fine, you can move that, but actually the rules behind it are saying you're not allowed to move that out of the goods inwards location, because the rules we've got set up says it hasn't passed QA, therefore you can't move it into a warehouse. So with that in mind, what I'm actually going to do is drop back to my menu. So using the touchscreen to go back to my menu, I'm going to do, as we said, stock management, and not surprisingly, going to pick up status change. Okay, so it's asking me for the reason behind the status change, and this is an internal change, confirm it. And now it's asking me to scan the product again. I'm going to scan the pallet ID number that we created. And here you can see, those of you that are observant or seen the previous menu, you can see there's my quantity of 190 on this pallet. And you can see the 190 there. I'm going to change the status of all of them. There we go. So key in on the handheld 190, and it's asking me what status are you moving that to. It's only offering me a few statuses. So if there's a status again based on the rules that I can't move it to, it won't give me the full list, only those that I'm allowed to select. So I'm selecting A1 in this case, and confirm that on the handheld. Okay. Confirm that away, and that will have completed the transaction on the handheld. At a moment, there we go. Okay. So having completed that, it'll just show that change back in X3 a moment. As you know, because this is an internal change, it's not an inbound or main transaction, I just need to click the internal list here, OK on that, and here you can see now it hasn't moved locations, same tracking number, but you can see we took 190 from the queue status and added 190 to A1 status. Fantastic, done as you'd expect. Okay. Right, back to the handheld. It's asking if I want to do any more status change, not at this moment in time. So I select the menu back into stock management, and now I can carry out that location transfer on that product that I was looking to do a moment ago. Location transfer. Okay. So again, asking me for the reason code. In this case, it's a stock move. Confirm it on the handheld. Scan the product code. I'm using, throughout this demonstration, I'm using a tracking number. I could have equally as well keyed in or scanned in this product code. It works at either tracking level number or product number. Just for ease, in this case, I'm using tracking number, because by doing that, because we're using tracking number, it knows everything about that in a single scan, as opposed to me having to put in a few additional information, particularly if you've got the same product in many different locations, because it knows the product, it doesn't know which location you're taking it from. And that's why I'm using a tracking number in this demonstration. We enter in 190, because I'm going to move all of them. I could move just half of them or a quantity of them, and that would also generate and split pallets and split quantities and track them through the system in a similar way. It's now asking me for where I'm going to place that. Now in this case I've got a free put away set up, but there's no reason why it couldn't drive me or guide me based on the volumetric controls or the number of pallets in a location. If I just drop back to the products screen within X3, I'm sure some of you are familiar with the controls and the ways that the product move forward, and if we look at product by site, in this case down the bottom here you've got this control of by various transactions where the product goes. As you can see, I've got it fairly well open at the moment, but if you had these controls in here, then you'd actually use those and that would guide the handheld user as where to put the product. Okay, so as I said, I've got a nice open option here, and I'm going to put in D0011, so we know where that product's moved to. Okay, so as you'd expect, just drop back into X3. Let's look at transactions by date again. Okay, just let me close the page down cleanly on X3. Transactions by date here. I'll just pick up the criteria again because we've done some internal moves. Okay, here we go, and we're showing, let me just do a search on that. There we go. I just had to refresh the search page, haven't come back to it from previously. And again, here you can see, so in the first part of this video, what we did was change the status. You can see that status change there, but there was no location change, both on D001. We've then subsequently gone on and moved that product 190 out of D1 and into D11. Okay. All that happening in real time, multiple people scanning simultaneously. The important thing here is everything's going through cleanly into X3 without any problems. Okay, so this is how we start in control of where product is in the warehouse. My two main things I was showing in this video was a location transfer, bin to bin transfer, depending on your terminology within your site, and a status change. The transfer and resize is a similar sort of product move, but it allows you to change a unit of measure as you move from one location to another. The intersite transfer, as mentioned previously, you just ask for source and destination, etc. Thank you for your time.